Check this.
Hi, and this is Review Geek 3000, and you are here for one reason only, and that is to eat, sleep, game, repeat, to watch exclusive content. So please like, share, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and as always on this channel, stay awesome. Cheers guys, welcome back to the Contenders Corner podcast, where we, in the commentary box, talk everything that is wrestling. Cheers guys, this is Monday Night Raw, the episode for the 25th of January 2021. And also on this podcast episode, guys, episode 34, we are going to do a Royal Rumble predictions. And yes guys, you can follow me on Instagram at the Geeky Collection. You can follow me at Twitter at rgeek3000, and also you can visit our YouTube, where we are Review Geek 3000. And again guys, you can contact us on all our social media and we'll enjoy hearing from you. And again, thank you to all those people who have subscribed. And again, a massive appreciation for you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, then we would not be doing this. And again, we love you on the Review Geek 3000. And again, our geeky fans out there, spread the word and get your voice heard on this channel. And a massive shout out to you all who have subscribed. And again, to all the new subscribers out there, the future subscribers, visit Review Geek 3000, as we have a range of stuff for you on this channel. We have the Contenders Corner podcast for all you wrestling fans. We have a monthly mystery unboxing playlist where we unbox nerdy, geeky stuff on this channel. We also do the Gaming Boom Room for all you gamers, and we do walkthroughs and just chill out games on this channel. We also do, as well guys, Film Parade, where we review films on this channel. And again, when this channel gets a lot more crazier guys and a lot more bigger, we will be doing monthly giveaways. And again, for all you new people out there, check out this channel, as we have a wide variety of stuff to entertain you guys during this pandemic, during this lockdown. And again, we have the Film Parade, where we reviewed the trailer for the most anticipated film of the year, and that is Godzilla vs. Kong. And again guys, are you a gorilla fan or are you a lizard fan? No matter what you are guys, no matter about it, these two infamous beasts are going to clash, blows, trade blows, and also come together at some point to defeat the machine known as Mecha Godzilla. We also did a review yesterday, and that was the monthly mystery unboxing review for Zavi's January box, Z-Box. And it's probably one of the worst boxes, guys, that I have ever unboxed on this channel, or I have seen unboxed from other YouTubers. And again, we also did the Gaming Boom Room, where we did a chilled out game stream for the WWE's 2K Battlegrounds. And again, we also did yesterday in the Gaming Boom Room a walkthrough stream for Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And we are going to do another stream later on as well for the Resident Evil 3 to continue on where we left off. So again guys, you can join us in the Boom Room and catch us on YouTube for some gaming action. But again guys, this is what it's all about, and we are in the commentary box to talk everything that is wrestling. Yes guys, Welcome back to the commentary box on the Contenders Corner podcast, and this is a Monday Night Raw review for the 25th of January 2021 episode for Monday Night Raw. And again, we are 3 days away before Royal Rumble. And again, guys, what are your predictions for the night? Who are you predicting to be the new World Heavyweight Champion on Raw? Is it going to be Drew McIntyre? Or is it going to be Goldberg? And again, who do you want as the new SmackDown World Champion, Universal Champion? Is it going to be Kevin Owens, KO, or Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, with his manager, Paul Heyman? And again, guys, we also have Oscar versus... No, we also have many more matches on the card for the night, guys, and we're going to bring them up as we get along. But first off, we're going to talk about Raw at the minute, guys. And again, we are 3 days away before the world sees Royal Rumble. And we saw last year, guys, the Royal Rumble shocked the world as Edge returned. And he did that shocking return. But again, guys, we also were going to talk about Edge on this podcast. But again, to open the show, Drew McIntyre and Goldberg face off, and The Miz teases a Money in the Bank. Are we going to see on the night Goldberg, or at least Goldberg, destroy Drew McIntyre enough, but he still loses, but The Miz will intercept Drew McIntyre and his condition and defeat Drew McIntyre for the world title? Are we going to see that at the Rumble? Are we going to see Goldberg defeat Drew McIntyre and then The Miz cash in on Goldberg? Or are we going to see Drew McIntyre defeat Goldberg and then The Miz cash in on Drew McIntyre? No matter what it is, guys, something is going to go down on the night. Just, guys, there is a lot to be said about WWE turning to another star of yesteryear to bolster one of its pay-per-view main events. But in terms of putting the final sell on Goldberg versus McIntyre, this worked extremely well on the night because the company's creative team didn't overthink things here. Goldberg is a badass. McIntyre is a badass. This had a badass stare down and let the visual speak volumes. On top of it all, WWE Creative planted the seeds for a Miz potential cash in for the Money in the Bank in a moment that would throw WrestleMania into an uproar. Are we going to see at WrestleMania The Miz main event WrestleMania for the world title? Are we going to see Drew McIntyre at the Rumble? Or are we going to see Goldberg highlight WrestleMania one more time? But again, this was a hot promo for the show, and I'm going to give this. Again, guys, this is an A grade style promo, and again it deserved a 4 out of 5 rating here, and I am going to give that a 4 out of 5. Then we have Charlotte Flair versus Shayna Baszler, and I'm going to give this a Contenders Corner match rating of 3 out of 5. Flair defeated Baszler via disqualification. And again, there was 2 false finishes that botched a count out. Why WWE decided it was necessary to overbook a match it was very easily could have booked from the get-go is a question only it can answer, but the result was a confusing couple of minutes that ultimately gave away to a fun, energetic tag bout that highlighted Jazz. Again, I didn't like that much, so I'm going to quickly head out of this one, and we're going to go into Xavier Woods versus Slapjack. And again, I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5, and it was Woods who defeated Slapjack. And again, Slapjack seems to be on a continuous losing streak. But again, guys, the Contenders Corner match rating here, I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. And then we have Riddle and R-Truth interrupt the VIP lounge. And it was the Hurt Business hit the ring for another edition of the VIP lounge. And I'm going to give this promo a 3 out of 5. This was fine for what it was, and further hinted at an eventual split between an overzealous, overconfident Alexander and an increasingly peeved Benjamin. Beyond that, it was further proof that 3 hours is entirely too long for a wrestling show and leads the presentation of most unnecessary segments. Everything about this could have been accomplished in the framework of a match rather than in an entirely separate segment, leading to a match featuring the same crop of superstars later in the show. Again, it was okay promo, but we all know where the Hurt Business are going to split up eventually. But they are a good faction, one that doesn't need to be split. And then we have Sheamus versus John Morrison, and I'm going to give this a 3.4 out of 5, and it was Sheamus who defeated Morrison. Anyone who remembers the battle Sheamus and Morrison had a decade ago knows how good, physical and hard fought they were. This was a nice reminder as the strikes were solid and the chemistry was clearly still there. The only thing hurting the match's ability to garner a higher grade was the lack of time. This felt very much like a match that had a lot more to offer but fell victim to time constraints. And again, guys, it was an enjoyable match, but on those regards, that was the only reason why it lacked the higher grade it deserved. Then we have Sheamus versus John Morrison and The Miz. And again, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. And it was Miz and Morrison who defeated Sheamus. This really positioned Sheamus as a world beater, a guy who showed tremendous guts in accepting the challenge of former tag champs and nearly upset them. His performance on this night is most notable, but it still raises the question, why did this handicap match exist? Miz and Morrison's got back a semblance of heat, but a win in a handicap match does not make up for Morrison's lost moments earlier and the ass whooping they caught in the opening segment. No one really benefited from this, especially considering we already knew Sheamus is double tough. It was like most segments when WWE looks to eat up time with overly long matches. Good enough, but not at all a necessary part of the show. Again, I didn't like that handicap match. Did it need to be put on straight after? Sheamus won against John Morrison? No. And then we have R-Truth versus AJ Styles. And again, dearie me. It was AJ Styles who defeated R-Truth, but did this match really need to go ahead? Well, this got Styles on television and reminded us that Omos is really, really tall. Otherwise, it was an uncompetitive match that saw a former world champion beat a comedy act. I'm not even going to grade this one. I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5 on the Contenders Corner match rating. And then we have Alexa's Playground. And I'm going to give this a 4.3 out of 5. Was this little more than a recap segment? Sure. Was Alexa Bliss utterly fantastic? Hell fucking yeah. But again, Little Miss Bliss has been nothing short of extraordinary and one of the bright spots in some pretty awful episodes of Raw. She has completely embraced this character, and the result is one of the most interesting and engaging characters on the show. It was on full display here, and the segment worked exponentially because of it. And she's doing absolutely fantastic with her new gimmick and a new character change. And to be honest, guys, her, Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton, and The Fiend are doing some fantastic work on Raw. And then we have Riddle runs the gauntlet. And it was Riddle who defeated Benjamin, MVP, and Alexander. And I'm going to give this match a 4.2 out of 5. And Riddle and Alexander tore the house down in the final third of this gauntlet match, demonstrating the sort of chemistry that creates genuine excitement for an eventual showdown between them. Everything was smooth, flawless, even. They cut an even pace and showcased some strong grappling and counter wrestling until the finish. It is that finish, as well as the mounting dissension within Hurt Business, specifically involving Alexander, that really put this over the top. What started subtly as a professional envy on the part of Benjamin has evolved into overconfidence, arrogance, even on the part of Alexander. This is costing the Hurt Business the dominance it has enjoyed to this point. MVP's prized edition may be the very piece that brings about the group's unravelling. That thread has helped make for one of the best ongoing stories on the Raw brand. Again, a fantastic match from Riddle in this gauntlet match, and we on the Contenders Corner applaud the Bro for producing a very good match there. And on the Contenders Corner match rating here, we're going to give this a 4 out of 5. And then we have Edge's announcement, and again, everything that Edge again, guys, from last year when he did this shocking return, it was heartfelt, guys. A decade ago, Edge took an injury and it cost him, and he had to give up the world title. Again, he never lost this title, and this storyline here, this promo that he delivered, every word you could feel every word coming out of Edge's mouth. And again, if he truly deserves to spotlight WrestleMania to win the Rumble. And again, guys, this would be magical. This would be a dream if Edge was to highlight WrestleMania and take back what he never lost. And this would be magical, guys. And Edge returned to WWE television Monday with an update on his injury status. He recalled the words of his mother shortly after he was forced to retire nearly a decade ago, giving up a world heavyweight championship he never lost. He talked about the long journey back and the injury that derailed his comeback a year ago. Finally, the Rated R superstar announced his entry into the Royal Rumble match this Sunday night in the biggest blockbuster announcement of the show to this point. And I'm going to give this a Contenders Corner promo rating of 4.5 out of 5, guys. You could feel every word of Edge's promo. It was absolutely fantastic. And to be honest, guys, I'm going to put this on my predictions in a minute. But again, you know, it's sad that he went through that injury a decade ago that put him out of business in the wrestling world. But again, he has come back. And again, if he was to highlight WrestleMania here, guys, this would be a dream comeback, guys, a dream. And Edge delivered his typically excellent emotion-filled promo, painting the picture for the audience and letting them know how incredibly important going out on his terms is to him. Again, guys, he wants to go on his terms, not because of an injury putting him out. He wants to leave on his own terms. He reminded us of the obstacles before looking forward, announcing his return in the Rumble and leaving it up to fate, determination and grit to decide whether he will have the outcome he so desires. The announcement adds another layer to Sunday's pay-per-view and provided that boost in significance to a show that had done a rather sole job of conveying the importance of the event to the road to WrestleMania. And then we go into Raw Women's Championship match between Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. And I'm going to give this a Contenders Corner match rating. A 4 out of 5. And it was Bliss who defeated Asuka via disqualification. The layout of the match and the theoretically within is not something everyone will be eager to embrace. Traditional wrestling fans will denounce it, while fans of theoretically will champion what this Bliss character brings to the table. It creates controversy and debate, something that is really rarely bad in wrestling. With that said, there is a very real issue with the way Asuka had been used throughout her title reign. But again, guys, this thing between Alexa Bliss, Orton and The Fiend has developed Raw into the way it is. It has helped Raw. To be honest, guys, the things that are unfolding with Drew McIntyre highlighting the Monday Night Raw, with what Randy Orton is doing on Monday Night Raw, with what Alexa Bliss is doing, with what Fiend are doing. These people are saving Monday Night Raw. If you took these people out, guys, oh yeah, this show would lack the enthusiasm, the energy that it so deserves. And again, if you took these people out, the shows wouldn't be as important, guys. The shows would be bad. But again, Randy Orton hit Bliss with an RKO at the end. And then that was the conclusion to that Monday Night Raw before the pay-per-view Royal Rumble. And again, guys, this is the Royal Rumble debate and my predictions for the Rumble. Just guys, these are my predictions for the men's Royal Rumble. I have winning that match Edge. I also predict returning in to do a shocking to be a shocker entry into that Rumble will be Brock Lesnar. The women's Royal Rumble, I have Alexa Bliss to win that. I believe the bout between Drew McIntyre and Goldberg, my card is on Goldberg to be winning that match. And again, I think something will go on between The Miz later on. I have Reigns to defeat Kevin Owens, and he's going to carry the belt all the way through to WrestleMania, and it will be Brock Lesnar to dethrone the Chief at WrestleMania, and then Asuka and Charlotte Flair will be the champions, will win that match. So again guys, another refresh here. The men's Royal Rumble, I have Edge to win the Rumble. The women's Royal Rumble, I have Alexa Bliss to win the Rumble. The Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens match, last man standing match, Universal title. Roman Reigns is going to win the title, retain the title, and he will carry this belt all the way through to WrestleMania, and he will be dethroned by Brock Lesnar. I also believe Paul Heyman is going to turn on Roman Reigns at some point. Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg. I believe Goldberg is going to win this match for the WWE title. And The Miz is going to do some interruption in the match. But no doubt, Goldberg will still be the champion. Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the women's tag team titles. As it stands, I have Asuka and Charlotte Flair to be the women's tag champions on the night. Again, guys, the card is subject to change, but in the next 2 days, I will be doing another predictions on here to update the Royal Rumble predictions. But those are as it stands. But again, guys, I'm looking at the predictions page that I do on Facebook, and a lot of people are, only a few people are talking about Edge. Most people are having Randy Orton to be the champion for to be the Royal Rumble entry winner. Some are having Charlotte Flair as the Royal Rumble winner. Some are talking about AJ Styles winning the Rumble. Some have said Daniel Bryan are going to win the Rumble. Some have even said Becky Lynch is going to do a shocking return at the Royal Rumble and then win the Rumble. Some have got Brock Lesnar to win the Rumble and then face, well, that would be well, if Brock Lesnar was to win, then that would explain the treachery for Paul Heyman to betray Roman Reigns and then Brock Lesnar to dethrone Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That would explain that. Some have said Rhea Ripley is going to win the Rumble for the women's. Some have said Lesnar's going to win the Rumble, but dark horses to win the Rumble are Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley. The women's Rumble, Bliss is going to win the Rumble, but they've predicted the dark horses for the winner of the Rumble are Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler. And that is it, guys. And those are my predictions for now, but they are subject to change, the card, or add things to the Royal Rumble. But again, we will update this on a proper talk Royal Rumble predictions in the next few days. But this is the Contenders Corner podcast, and we have talked in the commentary box everything that is wrestling. Just guys, we are 3 days away before the Royal Rumble, and again, you can watch this on Box Office, or if you are a WWE network owner. And again, guys, sad news, the network will be going very soon, and they are changing heat. But again, guys, this is the Contenders Corner podcast, and we will catch you on the next episode.